Hi friends, welcome to this video. This video is about a book dealing with people written by Les Giblin. After watching this video and applying the tips in this book, you will become a good communicator and be able to create a long-lasting relationship with people. Chapter 1, Thinking Creatively About Human Relations. Most of us want two things in life: success and happiness. For both success and happiness, it depends on how you deal with people. Les Giblin said that you can solve 85% of your problems in life by just improving your relationships with people. You become more successful in business, occupation, and professional life, as well as in your personal life, if you improve your skills to handle people. 99% of people failed, not because they were not capable, but only because of their lack of human handling. All personality problems are human handling problems. People who feel shy, self-conscious, or awkward at any social events. They feel inferior to others or are treated as inferior. They have only one problem, the human handling problem. If you like or do not like or accept this fact, that in the modern world, only those people stay positive and happy, then they have to consider other people in their lives. The secret of a happy marriage is not a beautiful couple or attractiveness to each other, but communication. One of the partners in the couple knows human handling. Similar to all other skills, the art of human handling is also a skill. It can be learned and improved. The only thing is to understand what to do and why to do it. We can acquire this skill through our efforts, just understand the rules and apply them. Chapter 2, Understanding the Human Ego. One of the fundamental rules of human handling is the human ego. Les Giblin called the human ego a divine spark in every one of us. The person who is able to ignite this divine spark in others can handle any situation. God makes us unique, we have special qualities. Deep in everyone's heart, there is a need to feel important. Everyone has to demand some respect. There is ancient Buddhist wisdom that God is in everyone. So if you respect God, then you have to respect every one of us. Everybody wants the approval of others. How good they are is key to that point. Accept them as they are. Remember that an egoistic person is not egoistic because he already knows who he is, but because of low self-esteem. The secret to dealing with him is to fuel his self-esteem. Dealing with his self-esteem, not just doing false flattery, but instead genuflecting praise for his dead. Focus on what he is doing day by day. And make a habit of daily at least 5 times praise. With the passage of time, you find a good and smooth relationship. Remember that when people do something, the only reason they fail or win is to feed their egos. If you want them to act according to your wishes, then logic will not work, and you cannot convince them. Their only way is to feed their egos. If you are able to make them think that doing things in your way will reassert their ego, they will certainly do things your way. Make it your religious duty to help others feel better about themselves and satisfy their hunger for self-esteem. People who have lower self-esteem try to help themselves feel better about themselves. During arguments, never insist on 100% winning, be skilled, and always find some point of agreement. Chapter 3, The Importance of Making Others Feel Important. Never criticize someone in front of others. Always think that other people are important. First, you have to convince them that other people are important. Notice people, what they are doing, and what's good in them. Sometimes, we start competing with people when we meet someone better than us. This is also required because you are human and need to feel superior to everyone else. You must watch yourself to ensure that this does not backfire on you. Like others, we also want other people to be impressed by us and know our importance, but when dealing with people, we need to deal with our ego. The only way to make a good impression on others is to let them know that you are impressed by them. Never try to correct others until it is really important. We feel happy when we are correct. When others make mistakes, ask yourself, does it make any real difference when they are right or wrong? If you try to correct others, it hurts their ego. Try to avoid correcting small things that do not matter. Chapter 4, Controlling the Actions and Attitudes of Others. Try to build the attitude that others want to express in you. According to Stephen Covey, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Be enthusiastic in every act. Enthusiasm is more eye-catching than being cold. Lack of enthusiasm shows you are not interested in tasks or others. You never sell anything to anyone until you sell it yourself. Consider that others are like mirrors. If you smile, they smile, and if you show anger, they respond in anger. That is true for how we behave, they behave in the same way. If we demonstrate confidence, they will demonstrate confidence. If we speak politely, they will respond politely. Try to apply this role in situations where things are not going right. If others shout out, reply only in a lower voice, and they will lower their voices. If you do not act confidently, you create a bad impression on others. We can beat mediocrity by injecting confidence in our work. Many well-skilled, knowledgeable people are left behind because they don't know how to act confidently. The only way others believe in you is that you believe in yourself and in your abilities. You have to put confidence in yourself. It is like magnetism. Your walk, your talk, your physical actions, and your mental attitude all must reflect confidence. Always walk a little fast, confidently, should drop back, and yes, are high as long as you focus on the goal you are going to achieve. Always do a strong handshake. Understand your tone of voice. The voice tune describes a lot about us. Always listen to your voice. A smile is a must. A smile shows our friendly attitude towards others. Always smile from within. For today, we have to build an enthusiastic, confident attitude and manner. Speak out. Note your posture. Walk with confidence, as something important is going on. Chapter 5, Creating a Good Impression. How we approach others, our words and actions, creates our impression. We have to act in such a way that others' reactions reflect back to us. There is need to different deal on different occasions. We should behave differently in occasions. It's like a stage, we have to set our stage to act and perform. The way we approach others, our first words and actions, will reflect back to us. Deal the same way, in that you will return the conversation to you. Your behavior must be different in both formal and non-formal meetings. We told others how they perceived us. It's our responsibility to make a good impression on others. The secret of this world forms our opinions based on the opinions we have for ourselves. How we treat ourselves, others treat and perceive us in the same way. If we treat ourselves as someone else, others treat us in the same way. If we treat ourselves as nothing, others will treat us in the same way. How we judge things tells a lot about us. Chapter 6, Developing an Attractive Personality. We are more responsible for how we are perceived by others. The world forms our opinion of us largely from the opinion we have of ourselves. If you treat yourself as no one, the world will accept you as no one. If we perceive ourselves as somebody, the world has no choice but to accept us or treat us as somebody. Every time we judge something, we give others a clue to how we judge ourselves. Try to avoid competition. Leverage other products if you want to make a good impression. For selling ideas or products, we first create a good impression on them. Instead of creating a good impression on them, just confirm that others think that they made a good impression on you. The key to becoming an attractive person is acceptance. Accept others as they are. So don't force them to change. The only way to influence them is to accept them as they are. Approve their mistakes, faults, and shortcomings. We also need to acknowledge their presence. If you cannot see them, call them and tell them you miss them. This means that you treat them special. Chapter 7, Learning to Communicate Effectively. Remember that our happiness depends on how effectively we express our ideas, sharing our desires, hopes, and disappointments. If we are unable to express our ideas, thoughts, and feelings, we feel unhappiness and low emotions. If you want to communicate effectively, remember that no one is perfect. Use small talk to start a conversation with a stranger or with whom you want to communicate. Give another person space and time. As they become comfortable, they will start communicating with you. It is possible they are not replying immediately. When they start replying, start asking questions. Let them talk about themselves. Remember, only one topic on which everyone is an expert is themselves. Talk very little about yourself. If they start asking, reply, and then change the topic and start asking questions about themselves. Never ever try to share your personal problems. Avoid them at all costs. If you are required to share your problems, then hire a professional counselor. If you face a strong urge to share your personal problems, pick up a pen and write down what happened to you and how you feel, and then burn that paper. It will relax you. Avoid teasing or joking with friends. It feels like you are clever, but what if they start taking these things personally? Listening. Chapter 8, Listening. One way to make others friendly towards you and build trust with them is to listen. If you want to understand what others are thinking about the situation, you should ask what they are hiding. Encourage them to speak. Focus on listening. Look what they are saying. When they speak, ask questions. Stay focused on their topic. Slowly, they reveal the truth. A good strategy is to find out the topics and things they are interested in, start talking about these points, encourage them to speak, and then ask questions. Most of the time, in gatherings, meetings, or social events, we are self-conscious. Overcoming that problem is just focusing on listening to what others are saying. When you clearly understand what's on their mind, you can easily convince them. Chapter 9, Getting People to Agree. In some situations, we are right and have more knowledge. It is recommended not to go into arguments, but in some situations, we have to persuade another person to accept our point of view. The only way to win the argument is for the other person to change their mind. In those cases, use the natural case, let them speak, and let them come out with what they are thinking. Then give your argument, facts, and figures in a logical way. Don't try to prove them wrong. Give them a safe face. Not try to win 100%. Convene them with facts and figures and show your interest that it's important that they change their minds. Never say that their ideas are wrong. It makes them feel like a threat to them. When you are trapped in a discussion, never take another person's arguments personally. Control your ego, let it stay grounded. Chapter 10, Giving Praise. We need to praise each other. Praise sincerely. Every person whom you even or not like has something you need to praise. Praise helps others to make their morale high, it lifts their spirit high. It is a small miracle, if you consistently praise and give due credit, it actually makes others happy but also encourages others to do more good and become more productive. The best way to give praise is to say thank you. Always use your name with thanks. Chapter 11, Criticizing Others Without Offending Them. It is recommended to avoid criticism at all costs. Do it only when it is intentional. Only do it when something affects us. For example, if you are doing business and some employee makes a mistake or performs poorly, or if someone's action affects you in some way. If it is necessary to correct them or criticize them, do so in a friendly way. Show them that it is necessary to improve certain areas of your life. It's better to make it private. Take them outside and leave them alone, then speak to them. Always focus on the fact that your goal must have an end result. Not attacking their ego. Remember, it's not how good your intentions are, it's how they feel about the situation that counts. When you criticize a situation or behavior for them, also tell them what the right solution or behavior was at that time. I told them their cooperation was required in this matter. So we can benefit from this. Remember that the purpose of criticism is to improve things, not win ego wars. Hi friends, I hope you like this book summary. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.